Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, let's talk about that 0% deal. Sorry, not 0% deal, zero down deal that Tesla just rolled out. And actually, it is for the Model 3 and the Model Y. But let's give you the truth on the numbers behind it, because it's zero down, but once you actually factor in a lot of different digits and numbers and whichever, it's actually a little bit more than zero down, but still a fantastic deal at the end of the day. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it. And today's live stream is partnered and sponsored by Aura, where you can protect your online data, privacy, and much more, but more on that later. And hit that like button if you like zero down deals. Hit that like button if you like 0%. And a quick channel announcement. It's almost December, and if you're brand new to the channel, last December and the year before that, we like to do giveaways. Last December, last year, we did a giveaway for a Tesla swag item, accessory, or whichever every single day in December. So if you want free items, free swags, or free whatever, definitely hit that like button, subscribe, and tune in into December, where we try and give away something every single day to really give back to everybody that supports the channel, watches the channel, and everything. So, and thank you to all. Thank you to everybody that comes by, drops the like button, hits the comments, live stream comments, and tries to tune in every single day, because we've been doing this every single day this whole year. I don't think I've missed a whole day. So thank you all for the support and everything. Let's give you the truth, because right now, yes, you can get a Tesla vehicle, a Tesla Model Y, for zero down. And of course, you can do that with a Model 3 as well. The deal might not be as good for a Model 3, but let's give you the truth on the actual numbers, and really the truth on, because it is zero down, but after you factor in some of the different fees and taxes, it's a couple $1,000s down. Yesterday, Tesla changed it up for the Model Y and arguably made it one of the better deals this year, zero down for $479 a month. They basically removed, because it used to cost $3,000 down to get that $479 a month payment. So they basically removed that $3,000 down and made it better by almost $100 a month. Earlier this year, it was actually zero down plus 500 or equaled $522 a month. So arguably, this is one of the better deals all year on a brand new Tesla Model Y. Plus, you can still get the free option credit if you do the lease, which could be worth up to $2,000 if you're getting like a Quicksilver or even the Ultra Red. And this also already includes the $6,500 lease incentive, which if you do a buyout, that's how you can take out advantage of that lease incentive, which is pretty worth it, especially if you're going to be paying cash or even doing like a credit union financing after that. Maybe it's worth it to actually do that. And if you're looking for the best credit union list, definitely check it out. Link down below at my Patreon group, where you get access to a full list after you join, and you can download it and everything. And of course, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, where you can get up to $1,000 off of your Tesla vehicle. You can actually find it on my link tree as well. You can click the first link and it gives you the Tesla referral code, which is, oh, I'm banned from going to Tesla. It's because I've probably gone to the website way too much. But let's give you the truth on this. The truth is, actually, if you take a look at the Model Y or the Model 3, because both of these have the zero down offer. I'll show you the Model 3 in just a second. The zero down offer for the Model Y, if you factor in and play with it, it's actually a minimum of $1,175. It's not actually a true zero down, because if you go true zero down, it has to be at least $1,175. And before we get all upset about this, here's the reasons why. Because if you click the view breakdown, you'll see that as part of the zero down, you have to pay the first month payment, which is actually pretty normal with any leasing company. So that is perfectly fine. And you have to pay the acquisition fee, $695, which not as normal, but I mean, it's a fee. If you don't know what the acquisition fee, every leasing company, whether it's Tesla, BMW, Mercedes, they all have a various fee that's called the acquisition fee. And that's a fee for leasing the vehicle. If you're buying the vehicle, you don't have an acquisition fee. It's just a lease specific type of fee right there for leasing it only. So they want you to pay both of those up front, which actually makes it $1,175 $75. And then if you factor in the taxes and fees, of course, your local state DMV is going to want their, fair share of it as well. You got taxes right here, $701, $35 for a registration fee, tire fee, licensing fee, and registration amount. And so, of course, this is based on California. So this is actually a real number, or close to a real number. If you're looking to get a Model Y lease, it's going to cost you $2,600 out of pocket, and your monthly payment will be $534 a month, which, hey, I mean, if you start to add on more options, or if you put a higher down payment, or if you use like the America's Hero discount, you can get $500. And of course, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get up to $1,000 off of your Tesla vehicle as well. Switching gears to the Model 3, you can get a Model 3 all-wheel drive or a rear-wheel drive for a zero down deal as well. But if you look at it, you can see that it is actually $418 a month for a Model 3 rear-wheel drive, and you can see it's the same amount of a little bit due outstanding, which is going to be $1,000. And so you can do this, which is going to be lower. And then if we add in the taxes and fees, you can see here it's $2,500 at a monthly payment of $467 a month. Which, I mean, if you were to take a look at both of these, that's what, about like a $60 a month difference between a Model 3 rear-wheel drive and a Model Y rear-wheel drive. I would probably pay the $60 more and just get the Model Y, because it's way more space, way more comfortability, higher ride height, and just a more all-around better vehicle as well. And let us know which one are you going to be going for, and hit that like button if you prefer the Model 3 or over the Model Y, or if you prefer the Model Y, you can also hit that like button over the Model 3 as well. So hopefully that clears it up. I know there's a lot of excitement about the zero down deal and how it is basically released. And of course, this is more of an affordability thing, but I'm curious, like, do more of you prefer a zero down deal, or would you just rather want a lower monthly payment? I guess it's just math at the end of the day and trying to get to the lowest monthly payment. Or do we want like a zero down Model Y payment like at $399, because maybe that's going to be the best deal, or with like free supercharging, or whichever the case may be with that. And of course, don't forget, if you're going to be buying a Tesla, don't forget about where you're selling your vehicle. And that's why we partner with Give Me the VIN. They want to buy your vehicle for the maximum value. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. They'll buy your vehicle from the comfort of your home. And a couple people have actually gotten $3,000 more by selling their vehicle to Give Me the VIN over Tesla. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. And I am curious with like inventory charts and everything. I'm not sure, this zero down deal or the 1.99 deal is really making an impact. If we take a look at it, Model Y inventory, Model 3 inventory is still pretty high. And of course, yes, we're about to head into the later part of this second month of the quarter, which is November. And then maybe there will start to be some more inventory discounts, because that's the only thing they haven't done as much yet is inventory and demo discounts. And so maybe that could be the next step for them as they try and push inventory for clearance and everything.
If you're planning on financing your Tesla, then there's one thing you need to do before you even apply: protect your credit. Seriously, because here's the wildest part. Bank of America just had a data breach recently, and they didn't even tell customers for a month. That means your social, your phone number, and your email could have already been out there, and you'd have no clue. Most companies wait on average of 277 days to report a breach. That's 9 months where your identity is exposed and you're the last to know. That's why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura constantly scans the dark web and lets me know if anything tied to me shows up: my social, bank info, or any of my personal information. And that's not just for breaches. There's so many different tools I use with Aura. Want to reduce those pesky spam calls? Aura's got it. Want to remove your data, like your addresses, phone numbers, from those sketchy broker sites? Aura has that too. They will also include $5 million in identity theft insurance, and everything's packed into one clean app. You can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/DennisCW. I'll put that in the description as well. Don't wait until someone else tells you your data is at risk. That's like turning on Sentry mode after your car got keyed. Protect your credit before you apply. I'm doing it, and you should too.
Thanks to everyone. Blueberry, thanks for coming in. Art, great to see you. And Bobby and What's Up Tesla, thank you all for dropping by. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. Quick channel announcement if you missed it as well. We're going to be doing a giveaway every single day in December for Tesla swag items, accessories, and more. So definitely hit that like button if you like giveaways, and hit the subscribe so that you can be notified for our live streams, because we'll probably just keep it to the live streams and keep it easy, and maybe just like pick winners from people that watch the live streams every single day at 5:30-ish. And maybe we'll do a couple like big ones throughout the month where you can like sign up through Gleam or something like that. Blueberry, wow, BYD is dumping all of their cars in an Australian parking lot. Parking lot. Yeah, I guess it's kind of interesting to see that, and I mean, I feel like that's just like an inventory thing with like a lot of different manufacturers, but who knows? Bobby, I rode in my first Tesla Model Y Juniper today. It was an Uber. Nice. Was it a robotaxi or it was just a regular Uber? What's up, Tesla? I would like to get the new Model Y. Yeah, new Model Y is fantastic, and maybe as the deal may. I mean, I guess that I'm curious, like, what's everybody waiting for in terms of like the deal, or is it just a time thing as December rolls around and maybe the deal gets a little bit better, and maybe we just know at that point that is pretty much the end of it in terms of the best deal. In this next topic, he got to test drive a brand new Model Y Performance. As we wait for a Model Y Performance, as a lot of you wait for your Model Y Performance, here's a quick headline / title that really got my attention here, because I've tried to not watch a lot of the different videos because of course it's like the European market. But take a look at this. Got to test drive the new Model Y Performance. Got to test drive the new Model Y Performance on Saturday. And this is cool because a lot of the different reviews out there might be like the publication ones. I like to listen to from like real people that maybe are about to buy it or actually can test drive it in certain areas. Quote, the car is amazing and irons out a lot of the quirks that the old car has. So really cool to hear from this, because this means that maybe this person has had the older Model Y Performance as well. Twitchy steering, smoother ride, improved cabin soundproofing, material quality, seats. This was one of the things that we loved. Dual screens, son, loved this. The speed of such a heavy car is incredible. Didn't get the Tesla from 0 to 60 anywhere safely. Strangely, it feels a lot more nimble than the old generation as well, and some other different things with that. But very cool to see, and I can't wait to finally get our hands on ours in the next month or so. I can't wait for anybody out there to pick up their Model Y Performance and confirm like financing, the build quality and anything. So if you're out there, if you got delivery notification in the Southern California area, Los Angeles area, that you're picking up your Model Y Performance or really any Tesla, I'd love to join you at your delivery appointment as well, and especially if it's a Model Y Performance. But pretty exciting. I checked mine earlier today, and let us know if you've got a bumped up delivery date. I have yet to see anybody with a confirmed November delivery date. It seems like it's either the November that has now disappeared, or it's December that's like a mid to late December, or even some people have been getting pushed to January, which is unfortunate, but still very interesting to see. And of course, don't forget, if you're about to be buying your Model Y Performance or any Model Y, it doesn't come with all weather floor mats. Our favorite set is a set from 3W, especially because if you use promo code Dennis35, you get 35% off. So if you're looking for a floor mat that has lifetime warranty, great fitment, and links down below if you want to get a big discount and everything. Zero down, doesn't matter about credit. I have a 600. Yeah. I mean, that's really the case with financing, leasing, or whichever. When you don't have like the best top tier credit, everything just goes higher with like monthly payments and all of that. Bobby, I remember earlier this year they had a lease offer with 0 down, $299 a month for the Model 3. Yeah, the Model 3 isn't the best deal, but the Model Y I think is arguably the best deal all year, especially when you factor in the option credit. Bobby, it was a driver. I didn't think we have robotaxi here in Pensacola, Florida. Oh, okay, that makes sense then. It was just Uber. I was just joking actually with that. Blueberry, none of them were registered and no one had any idea that BYD did. The government is telling them that they should get rid of them immediately. Oh, did they just like dump them in a parking lot somewhere? That's pretty interesting to see, and why they actually did that. In this next topic, so Tesla actually charges $80 to get your camera cleaned. And if you have full self-driving, then it's something that you actually have to clean periodically. But it seems like because from the factory, your camera might be dirty, they are also now offering free precision camera cleaning via a new vehicle alert. It seems like this is really cool. This screen might actually pop up. Action required. Your front-facing camera is experiencing obstructed visibility. The inner surface of the windshield in the front camera needs cleaning. Schedule a complimentary 15-minute cleaning via the Tesla app. If this is the only requested item, appointment availability will be earlier. And so really cool to see that Tesla kind of realized that this needs to be done. I actually booked a Tesla service appointment pretty recently, and I think they added it to it and cleaned it, but I didn't really confirm or anything. So really good to see, especially if you use like full self-driving and other things like that, you are going to need camera cleaning with that. But let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Oh, you already said that. But if you're just joining in, welcome. We talked about the truth about the zero down. I keep wanting to say 0% financing, but zero down a Tesla deal. It's actually, you have to pay like the first month payment, which is normal, and you have to pay the acquisition fee, which totals up to about at least $1,175. And then if you factor in like taxes and fees, like let's take for instance California, that's going to be $2,587 for a monthly payment of $534. Cubano, thanks for coming in. Base, is it safe to run Sentry cameras on at home 24/7? Yeah, it's actually safe to do that. No issues at all. And what I actually did is, and you can probably search this up, you can set up like an Apple shortcut that if you have an Apple phone that allows you to turn your Sentry mode on at certain hours and then allows you to turn it off at certain hours. Here, I can try and show you what mine looks like, and maybe I should make a video on that because it's pretty cool. So mine is basically set up in the automations, and every day at a certain time frame at 12:15 a.m. Maybe I can show it to you guys. Every day at 12:15 a.m. the Sentry mode turns on, and then it turns off at 6 a.m. So because I don't really need it recording at like 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. Usually when like things happen, it's always like at that, that 12 a.m. to maybe even 4 a.m. So maybe I could shorten that window, but that is the Apple shortcut. And there's probably videos on it. I don't remember where I found it from, but there was like a video on it. Or let me know if I should do something like that in terms of making a video specifically about it, because I think it's a pretty cool tip, because we don't need it running 100% of the time, but that time window in that early morning where riffraff could potentially happen, especially if you're like street park or whichever, might be actually worth it. Or if it's like driveway parking, it could be worth it as well. In this next topic, I lost almost $60,000 on my Model X. I just wanted to give a quick story time and talk through what actually happened here. And we talk about deals and everything a ton, but we got to be transparent and honest with some of the vehicles. Not every single one was a winner. And even when you buy a vehicle, well, this vehicle was bought at the worst time for sure during this period time frame, then this is where the depreciation kicks in. And of course, keeping these vehicles for less than 5 years is really not optimal at all. And so hopefully you can learn from this experience and story, and hopefully not replicate what I actually did. And so I bought a Model X in 2022, January of 2022. It was on my bucket list because at that time it was the only Tesla that I didn't own yet. I had the 3YS, and then I just wanted to try the X as well. And so I bought the X at $104,000, and I just sold it this last month because we don't need it, and we're going to be making room for the Model Y Performance anyways, for $45,000. And this is how many miles were actually driven on it, 39,000 miles, and I kept it for almost 4 years, 3 years and 10 months. The total depreciation, which is pretty in line with the Model X, maybe it was even accelerated more because it's a Model X and not because I, definitely overpaid at that certain time frame. And a brand new Model X at that time was 110 to 120, and so certainly I felt like it was a good deal at the time. But total depreciation was $59,000, or over the course of monthly, $1,282 a month, which if you were to be leasing a vehicle like this, it's going to cost you around that same amount anyway. So I don't necessarily feel too bad with that because, I understand that vehicles are going to depreciate no matter what, and especially in that type of price range. A Model Y might not depreciate as bad. But taking a look at the maintenance, the maintenance was not at all bad. I had tire replacements via the road hazard warranty from America's Tire, which is $50 per tire, which is really good to have in terms of the protection, because these tires are like almost $400 each plus labor. Cabin air filter I had to replace once via Tesla Mobile. I think it cost me like $50 and they came to my driveway, which is perfect. And also I paid for an alignment as well through Tesla service, which was like $275. And so very interesting to see this, broken down. And I guess I'm telling the story because Tesla's depreciate. And so don't feel like if you're going to be trying to buy a vehicle and not lose money, well, you definitely are, especially when you drive it right off of the lot. And so the name of the game is how much money can you lose at the minimal or least amount. And to do that, you're going to have to be able to keep the vehicle for as long as possible. Definitely don't just keep it 3 years and 10 months. you're going to need to keep it 5 to 10 years. And I think with our Cybertruck, I'm definitely going to try and keep it as long as possible because it has free supercharging. So I might as well try and milk that as long as possible. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. And if you're going to be buying a Tesla, don't forget it doesn't come with accessories. That's why our favorite is going to be a set of Jowa accessories, especially when you get the phone mount if you use full self-driving, or center consoles, because your Tesla's not coming with any of those organization stuff. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. Of course, use the promo code down below to save some money and support the channel as well. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.